Hello everyone, and welcome to the MSC Gizcast with Rob Kfish.
Today we're going to have a look at our second part of installing applications in Ubuntu, and in this one we're going to actually look at using a synaptic package manager. Now in the first one we actually looked at using the add remove, which was quite straightforward. We found out just in the applications and in the add remove. And the synaptic package manager, though it sounds a little maybe confusing or difficult or maybe a little strange if you're using Windows right now, it's actually very straightforward also, especially if you know the name of the program that you'd like to install. So to find it, it's actually in our top panel of Ubuntu. It's under System and then Administrations, and then it's just down here a little bit right there, and Synaptic Package Manager. Now before we go to there, what I did is when we were talking about installing, I actually created a little drawer in my top panel, and we had talked about drawers in our customization there, and we also had talked about it in another video podcast about how to set up a drawer. And so what I did is I just, you click on this drawer, and in there I have my add remove, I have my synaptic, and I also have the terminal, which can be used for doing lots of installing too, but we won't look at that too much in this video podcast. We'll save that for another one. So we'll just close that up. So we'll just do it through our system. So System, Administration, and then down here to Synaptic Package Manager. Now what it's going to do is it's going to open up our window there, our Synaptic Package Manager window, and it's pretty straightforward also. Now because I was just in this right before I started the video, I didn't have to put my password in, but usually as soon as you start your Synaptic Package Manager, you're going to have to put your password in, just like for all installing cases. So. And then now in our left-hand side here, it's got a lot of categories, also like our add remove, but it's got a lot of categories. So you can kind of go through there, but there's so much stuff in here, especially there's so many different development packages, and there's just lots in there, so it can maybe get a little confusing, but you kind of go through there a little bit, and there's some stuff to go through there, but it might take a long time. But Synaptic works really well, especially if you know the name of the program that you'd like to install. Now before we get into find how we install use a Synaptic, if you look just at the top here, there's a few different little things in here, but what you want to do is go into our settings, go into repositories, and make sure all these here are checked. And that will give you a lot wider range of packages that you can install, because not only is it right from the main part of Ubuntu, but it's also going to give you a few other choices that other developers have used, maybe independent developers and stuff like that. Let's actually just move this over a little bit more. You guys can see this a little bit better. We'll move this window up. And then from the download, for me anyway, there was Server Canada, there was main server. I've just used the main server. I'm not really too sure what the differences are, but anyway. And then there's some other few things, third-party stuff in here and whatnot. We won't get into that too much there, but I found as long as these here are all checked, you'll find you have lots of different programs you can choose from. And then when you close that up, it's going to ask you if you've checked all those to reload it. So just press reload right over here, and what it's going to do is it's going to reload all the packages in your Synaptic Package Manager here, and then give you a whole bunch of different choices that you want to install. Now if you haven't used Ubuntu before, you might see that, oh my god, that's confusing, but it really isn't. And especially if you know the program that you want to install, it's actually very straightforward. And of course, if you've been using Ubuntu, you'll already know all this. But anyway, let's pick something that we want to install. There's lots of different word processors and stuff that are out there, and of course we all know that Ubuntu comes pre-installed with OpenOffice. But somebody that actually asked me, is there any different ones out there? And there's actually one that it comes installed with Ubuntu, but it also, some people really like this one. It's called AbiWord. And we're going to use that one because it's right there. And so if you want to install that one, all you do is click and mark for installation, and it's going to tell you what's going to install. And then you just click down here. Let's move this window up a little bit here. Click on mark, and see how it's going to, if it needs another package, it's going to also highlight that for you. And you can see right in there that's saying if you want to install AbiWord, you're also going to have to install this package. So it does everything for you. I actually use Synaptic for all my installing, especially if I know the name of the program. And what I really like about it too is if you go over top your main one that you're installing, like AbiWord here, right click and there's a mark for recommended installations, and what you can do is to say if you're installing this, it says, well, maybe you should install a few other different things, and this one here is saying you don't need AbiWord plugins, but it says, you know, it's recommended that you could use that. And there's also another one down here, it's called Mark Suggested, some different suggestions, but it's not giving us, it's all grayed out here, so it's saying there's nothing else there that if you're installing AbiWord that we can maybe go and install that too. So you could just click on that and then it's actually going to highlight it for you. So we'll cancel that, we're not going to install that, but I'm not going to install that because I don't really going to use it. But just to show you how easy it is, all you do, and then you just press apply, and then that's going to install it there for you. Now if you don't, we're just going to cancel this here. I'll get rid of this, unmark, and mark. So we'll get rid of that one too, unmark. And that's just how easy it is. Let's say you have something that you want to uninstall. Let's just, we'll go into top here, go to search. Let's say we want to uninstall our GNOME Baker, our one which I don't want to, but as a, just as an example. So you just put GNOME, oh, and I spelled it wrong, didn't I? Ha, let's try that one again here. GNOME Baker, there we go. And just click search, and it will find it. There it is. So now it's greened here. That means I've got it installed. So this gives you a few different different things that you can do here. If you right click it on here, you can mark it to reinstall. Let's say you're having a problem, not something you want to try reinstalling it. Then there's removal, and then there's a complete removal. I'm presuming if you want to uninstall it, you're gonna, you know, completely remove it. So, and then of course some properties here. It kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of little things about it, the description and that. So it's pretty. It gives you lots and lots of descriptions of it. A little bit more than what it does with add remove. But what I like about the add remove is it gives, like we're talking, that gives you the website and stuff like that too. So so it's just whatever one you're more comfortable with. But if in add remove, sometimes it won't give you that. Like we're talking about here for our mark for recommended installation and all that, although it's grayed out here in GNOME Baker, it doesn't actually give you that option. So that's what I like about the Synaptic Package Manager. And that's it. That's just how simple it can be to install this application using Synaptic Package Manager in Ubuntu. You'll find it's a great addition to Ubuntu in installing packages. And packages really are, it's all it is just another way in saying all your is just your installation. They just call it packages. So anyway, that should do it for video 5 of the MSC Gizcast. And in our next one, I think we might leave installations for a little bit, and I probably will kind of go on to something a little different, and it's going to be more of a desktop eye candy that we can do in Ubuntu. So until then, everyone take care, and we'll see you in video 6.